Okay, so we're gonna discuss, our last topic will be capital budgeting decisions. When we say capital budgeting, we are talking about the capital that we use in investing into different projects, where we will decide on what projects will give us the highest net benefits. Pag sinabing highest net benefits, that will be revenue minus sales, or other term for that is your benefits minus cost. Yung pinakamalaki na net benefits that you can get from project, yun dun dapat natin ilalagay yung ating financial capital. Okay, so that's why ang tawag sa kanya is capital budgeting. We will decide on where we allocate or saan dapat natin i-invest yung capital natin, so that ang balik sa kina-invest natin na capital ay mas malaki compared halimbawa if you just deposit it in a bank or at a time deposit rate. Okay, now let's discuss the other, ano yung mga example ng capital budgeting decisions. Okay, so meron tayong yung typical, ano yung mga typical na capital budgeting decisions na ginagawa. So meron tayong dalawang categories ng capital budgeting. Una is screening decisions, where kaya sa tinawag na screening is titingnan natin doon sa mga propose na project kung saan tayo mag-invest, kung mamimit niya yung sinet na natin na standard, or ano yung standard na katanggap-tanggap para sa atin na ito na kung saan tayo mag-invest. So nagsiset ka na kaagad ng isang standard na ito, pag lumagpas sa dito ay tatanggapin ko siya. For example, nag-set ka ng a certain standard or minimum ROI para makukonsider mo siya na kumikita or kikita na, o malaki ang kita na babalik sa'yo if you invest in this type of project. And then once you screen them, may mga pumasa doon sa preset standard of acceptance na sinet mo, like example, a certain degree of ROI, a percentage of ROI. Then, mamimili tayo alin doon sa lahat ng nakasatisfy sa preset standards of acceptance na sinet natin. For example, you set an ROI, like example, ang ROI na gusto mo na ma-achieve o makuha out of your investment or yung capital ilalagay mo sa business. For example, you want an ROI in a minimum of 15%. So kung may mga projects na pumasa sa ganon na ang return on investment mo ay 15%, mamimili ka among them yung mga ganito that satisfy the 15% ROI, which among them will give you the highest net benefits or the highest ROI. So that sulit yung pag-invest mo ng pera mo na yun, na in the end, mas malaki yung balik sa'yo na net income. Okay. Okay, so we have the other
Hey managerial accounting students, today we're talking about chapter 13, capital budgeting decisions. So when we say capital budgeting, we're talking about...
So ito yung mga usual na investment, typical na mga capital decisions na poproblemahin natin if we engage in business. Mag-expand ba tayo ng plant? Pag sinabi natin plant, hindi ito yung halaman, kundi manufacturing plant, okay? Kung saan lalakihan ba natin yung operation natin kaysa sa dati, alin sa dalawa, kung i-maintain natin yung dating capacity ng production ng planta natin, or lalakihan ba natin yung dami na mapoproduce natin by expanding our plant. Okay, alin sa dalawa ang mas malaki ang balik sa capital na i-invest mo. So yun yung mga other usual that budgeting decisions that you will decide on. Ganon din sa equipment replacement. Diba? Sa equipment replacement, meron kang dilemma minsan na, diba, may yung equipment mo, sige ka na lang ka-repair, repair ng repair, ang dalas ng repair, kasi luma na rin siya. So, maninimbang ka, mas makakatipid ba ako? Okay? Pag bibili na lang ako ng bago kaysa lagi na lang nagpapa-repair. So, you have to compare alin sa dalawa will reduce their costs. Okay? Yung gastos mo. Which is also has to do with decisions and cost reduction. So decisions and cost reduction will be, you will be comparing like iba't ibang methods of like example for farming. Example, mag-mix fertilizer ba ako, mag-mix ba ako ng organic and inorganic fertilizer or chemical fertilizer, or purely chemical fertilizer, because you're already confronted with the problem na mahal yung commercial fertilizer or chemical fertilizer. So you would want to compare alin sa dalawa ang mas kikita ako, kung mas malaki ang balik sa i-invest ko na pera pag nagamit ba ako ng purely chemical fertilizer pero mahal, sobrang mahal, or gagamit ako ng magko-combine ko ng organic at saka chemical fertilizer. So you will compare which of these two methods of fertilization method will you use na mas makakabawas, mas malaki ang bawas sa inyong gastos. And then meron din yung mga decisions na minsan, magre-renta ba ako or bibili ako? Bibili na lang ako ng sarili ko. So may mga ganong decisions. Example sa bahay. Mas tipid ba o alin yung mas makakaiika na hindi magastos? Bibili ako ng sariling bahay ko na medyo mahal, bumili ng bahay, or magre-renta na lang ako. So you have to weigh all those decisions so that you have come up with the right decision kung saan mo ilalagay yung pera mo or saan mo i-invest yung pera mo. The same with equipment selection. You compare yung mga iba-ibang equipment in terms of their cost and at the same time in terms of their performance. Example, meron kang sa equipment, sa farm equipments, meron kang iba-ibang example ng harvester, iba-ibang technology ng harvester. So you compare the cost, at the same time you also compare yung performance niya in terms of alin yung mas madaming trabaho na magagawa mo or mas less yung taon na kailangan mo to operate it. And mas mabilis magawa yung trabaho mo in the farm, in harvesting. So you compare all those things so that you will be able to decide saan worth it or pinaka-best i-invest yung pera mo that the return to your income ay pinaka mataas ang balik return sa pera na in-invest mo.
First we do screening decisions. So does a proposed product
Okay, so ito yung mga methods we use to determine analyze natin ang cash flow associated with capital investment projects. Ginagaya ka ni Ming, parehas na pink. So dito yung mga indicators that we use para malaman kung saan yung tama, kung saan natin i-invest yung pera natin na malaki yung return in terms of income sa bawat piso na in-invest mo na pera. So unang-una is the payback method. Another is the net present value, and then the internal rate of return. Okay. And then meron din tayo ng isa which is your simple rate of return method. So this is usual na yung ROI na measure. Okay. Na ito is naka-focus in getting your incremental net operating income. Okay. Incremental, this is the additional net operating income, or other words for your net operating income is your net profit. So the usual one that you look for, simple rate of return, is the net profit. And then some of these measures doesn't consider the time value of money. Ibig sabihin ng that doesn't consider the time value of money is ang value mo ng piso ngayon ay sa pareha sa value niya 5 years from now or 10 years from now. So pag sinabi natin value, ang mabibili ng piso mo ngayon is the same sa mabibili mo 5 years from now or 10 years from now, which is not realistic. Bumababa yung value ng pera mo pag daan ng panahon or umuunti yung kayang bilhin ng pera natin. So, yun yung isang advantage if we use the net present value and internal rate of return as a measure kung alin sa mga projects na tinitingnan natin kung saan natin i-invest yung capital natin will give us the highest net benefits. When we say net benefits, ito yung natitira after ibawas mo yung total benefits, which is your revenues. Okay, kasama sa benefits mo is your total sales and other sources of benefits, less your total cost, lahat ng gastos mo in the project. Okay.